Well, it's fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
Now here's Holmgren. Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility of both ends. And coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
And Allie, thanks. And the Thunder in possession here. Following the bucket by Boston. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
The drive by Tatum. From the elbow. Porzingis misses. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's in there.
Gilgeous-Alexander is such a tough cover, especially at his size.
Here's Tatum. And here's Brown for three. Again, the miss by Boston. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Dort, right side. To the wing, right side. Hartenstein, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that, and that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Pass to Brown. It's tipped.
Damn.
Holmgren with it. Guarded now by Holiday. Back to Dort. Fires the three. They get the rebound. Hartenstein.
Come on, man.
And the go-ahead bucket, no good. Brown looking around. The kick to Tatum. Crafty move. Here's Porzingis. White for three. Knocks down the triple.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And it's the Thunder with the ball, trailing by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing.
I don't know why niggas buying different niggas on the court.
He's got the ability to do damage inside and out. SGA's not going to miss that.
One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the bucket by Boston. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, the size and skill of Dort is pretty unique. Can be really effective at any position on the floor.
Outside White.
Bro, get the fuck off my phone.
To the middle. Outside Holiday.
Yeah,
trying to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. White with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Here's Brown.
Damn, man, you didn't see the referee all in my motherfucking way.
And that's out of bounds.
He all in the way, man. He all on the court, everything.
So
like, it's so cheap, man.
Substitutions here.
He's trying to win him a parlay and shit.
So it's Boston now. And Brown with the
This guy has crazy hops. Brown levitates over the floor.
It's Dort on the wing. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Wow, that was bad.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Holiday. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Dort outside. Back to Hartenstein. And Porzingis with the block.
And shooters must beware. Porzingis is down there lurking.
White can't hit. Oklahoma City trailing. Wallace with it. Now Horford defending. And out of bounds. Boston will have it.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
1:09 left in the opening quarter. Brown in the high post. Horford outside. Here's Pritchard. The floater.
Good presence there. Already in his shooting motion, he spotted the open man and made the unselfish play.
Thunder trail by 3. Right side, Williams. Now Caruso. Wiggins from long range. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Brown inside.
What makes Brown special is his blend of smarts and effort level. Not just an intelligent player, he also gives you a phenomenal amount of energy out there.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. 24 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Thunder with another miss.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Hauser can't get it to go. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's pretty obvious. I mean, cashing in on extra opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
Got it.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now here's Gilgeous.
Wow. And that's creativity. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to amaze.
Yeah. Here I come. Hold on. I'll be right back right quick. All right, bet.
Alright, I'm back. You ready? I don't know, bro. Ready?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah.
Let's get it, brother.
Powers it home.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Now here's Wallace. No made baskets yet. The kick out to Williams.
I could have shot that.
4 on the clock.
We getting bullied. That ain't good.
Celtics lead by 5.
They ain't gonna get no shot off though.
Here's Pritchard.
I mean by 5. They gonna make it 7. Make it 8.
Over Gilgeous Alexander.
I said make
no
it
good
8.
off the front rim.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Here's Williams. Tatum with a steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. Spins. Brent, something we've all noticed lately is the small ball era starting to wind down.
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when we say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
Come on now.
Caruso with it. Now Horford defending.
Last
touch by Williams.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
That's crazy.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Pritchard. Holiday surveying the floor. Pass to Hauser. 5 to shoot. The kick to Tatum. Over Dort. Tatum can't hit. Thunder trail by 5. And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, BA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a
Why
season.
is Yola straight from guy in this nigga?
What a move by Tatum. When he's pulling these off, he's impossible to defend.
They set the pick. The kick out to Wiggins. Pass to Hartenstein. Down low. Gilgeous Alexander. Caruso outside. Now Hartenstein. Caruso outside. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Wiggins from long range. Porzingis grabs the board. Here's Pritchard. Here's Tatum. Oh, wow.
Damn, what the fuck?
So much strength. Tatum can take the contact and stay balanced.
That's like 3 people.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
My phone over there.
And that one misses.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
The shot by Dort, no good.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
Yeah, altering the shot as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Here's Pritchard. That one won't fall. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Thunder trail by 5. Pass to Caruso. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with it. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. Here's Holiday. .55 seconds left in the second. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Well, you're kind of asking for it. Jrue Holiday gets in that close. He's probably scoring.
Wallace, right side. Pass to Hartenstein. Now Dort. He's guarded by White. Dort up top. He's got 7. Good work defensively by White. Boston leading by 5. .16 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Three-pointer, Holiday. Knocks down the long J. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
Fairly efficient from the three-point line. Holiday can punish you from the arc.
Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. Seven seconds left to play in the first half. 1 second left. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so we've reached the end of the first half of play. Boston out in front, leading by 8. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute.
Well, get out, bro. I don't know why you even in here. Keep trying to get out, bro.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game.
Kicking your ass out. Get your ass out. Why you behind myself doing that?
How about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time.
When I get the ball, I'm telling you, he kicks out.
And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
I ain't expecting to block that. I wasn't even looking at the TV, not even lie.
Just 3 to shoot.
No
Here's
shooter.
Brown.
He was gonna. Yo, wait, no. You telling me folks was gonna get a whole posterizer? Oh my God, that mug was crazy too.
And Hartenstein slams it in.
He's from the Porzingis from the front and the poster. I ain't gonna lie.
Make that pass in his sleep.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Left side, Brown. To the inside. Oh, Porzingis getting it down inside.
Nice ball work there, and Porzingis finds his hands, and then the ball finds the hoop.
White with the steal. Right wing. Back to Tatum. Oh, and that's going to be too many steps.
Yeah,
travel. And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
I'm doing all that.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. From deep, Holmgren. Rebounded by the Celtics. And that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Boston with the ball. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Tatum. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Personal foul.
Taking it strong. Tatum forcing his way to the line. Playing aggressively.
Jason Tatum. At the line for 2 shots.
Second free throw, no good.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
And one.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams.
Yeah, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. I mean, his shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we could put a ceiling on what that potential is.
Let's go.
Tatum can't hit. Thunder trail by 5. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, come on.
Rebounded by Jalen Brown. And Boston has possession. Porzingis with it. Guarded now by Williams. Tatum can't hit. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Dort. Pass to Williams. The kick out to Williams. White with the steal. Pass break. Here come the Celtics. Brown in the high post. Again, the miss by Boston. Thunder trail by 5. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Dort.
Oh, you want the one that came in North Dakota?
Pass to Williams. Outside, Williams. Just 5 to shoot. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Coming onto the floor for the Celtics. Number 11, Peyton Pritchard.
Boston leading by 5.
Sick.
Third quarter action in just under 3.5 minutes to pass.
The same one that was in the
truck. Looking to get back on track. And it's Tatum missing.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
And Joe Mazzulla has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
They over there having a feast in this bitch. The kids ain't supposed to eat yet, bro. They just tearing food up. Hey. Let's get this dub. We should hop on, we should play Battle Royale after this. Battle Royale duo. Why the fuck is this so long, bro? That's because I'm not even pushing my players.
Boston leading by 4. Outside Holiday.
Bro, if y'all playing in there, y'all better sit down, gang.
Goes up with the strike. That one a little long.
Don't be playing either, man.
Caruso with it. Picked up by Tatum. Pass to Williams.
Got that nigga jumping.
Back to Williams. Caruso outside. It's stolen by Tatum. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Pass to Brown. .127 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. To get back on track. Deflected.
Dort making his impact, and that's the end we expected from defensively.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Boston leading by 4. Outside, Brown. Fires from the line. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Brown. Oh, special move before that shot. And the Celtics lead by 4.
When Brown gets the ball this close in, he knows he can finish. Just a matter of execution.
Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Williams. Now here's Dort from outside the arc. And it's Cornette with a rebound. 19 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Hauser. He's scoreless. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Substitution on the court.
7 seconds left in the third. Pass to Pritchard. No good with the triple. That one no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Boston out in front, leading by 4. After a quick break, we're coming.
Yeah, hold on. Y'all don't have to wait.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball.
Oh, he leave me open.
3-pointer. Oh, the confidence from SGA on that 3.
SGA from way out there.
I wasn't even paying attention. Hold on, guys. I was doing something. I got me fucked up. Come here.
I was so I didn't even know you were
Here's Pritchard.
And one.
He'll have a chance at a 3-point play. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
If you'll make the free throw.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
Caruso outside. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. On the wing, Tatum. Hey, Tatum getting it done inside.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Caruso outside to tie it up, and they'll get another chance from the arc. Boston pulls it in to the left side wing. Back to Tatum. The 3. Offensive board. Controls the rebound and the putback. Now it's a 5-point Boston lead.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Caruso outside. Pass to Jones.
Whoa, boy, you should have went up. That would have been
From
a
behind the
clean-ass move.
Caruso misses.
He just did that
Here's
to his
Horford.
ass in the
He'll
paint.
bring it up
That was
for
a
the Boston
clean-ass
Celtics.
move.
To the left wing. Here's Shireman. Softly drops in the
What
floater.
y'all doing?
And the Celtics lead by 7.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
And we've got a timeout call by
See, y'all
Mark
doing
Daigneault.
too much.
He's
I'm
looking to make some very important adjustments here.
Boy, stop playing me, man. Y'all think I'm playing, bro. Talking about some sorry. The TV froze. You ain't sorry. You know what you was doing, nigga. Like, I hate when you say sorry, but you know what you was doing. If y'all eating food, eat food. Stop trying to get on the couch.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Yeah, that TV froze. Y'all gonna have to wait, bro. But stay off that couch, bro. I think it's
saying,
sweet,
hey, we're
bro.
right there. Let's start with a stop. Knock down a couple shots, and we'll be up. Sometimes the best instructions are the basic ones. PA?
Bro,
Great work,
I'm in the
Allie,
whole
thanks.
game, folks. I don't know why y'all... This is starting to get annoying. I ain't gonna lie.
Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Cornette's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're locked
nigga
in and
big as
focused on
hell.
making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple
Good D.
possessions in a row with good
What the
quality
fuck,
shots.
man? How the
Knocked
fuck
them
is you
down.
missing it?
The game is fully in their control.
I got a whole nother team. I ain't even tripping.
Second team foul.
That's one game.
Line for your Celtics. Drew Holiday.
That's good from Holiday.
Such a terrific two-way guy. Drew Holiday isn't just an offensive powerhouse. He loves to play defense. I mean, loves it.
The Celtics on offense. They're on a 12-3 run. Pulls it. With the second effort. Second chance effort. Wallace pulls it in. Thunder trail by 10. Inside. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Pass to Cornet. Oh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
Jay, do you see
Going
this
dunk
shit?
for dunk. It's an
You're not
aerial
doing that
assault.
one. Freaky, what the
And we may
fuck?
get another one
Fuck
this
this
next trip
bully
off the floor.
dude ass.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Taking it inside. SGA.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And they're running. Back to Wiggins. Pass to Dort. We've got 1:55 left to play in the fourth quarter. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Craig. Outside Tatum. To the right side. Dort with a steal. All alone on the break. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a good job of just staying aggressive, and that just forces the defense to do something.
And the Thunder making a change here.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. Takes a step back. Outside Tatum. And the ball out of play. The Thunder will have it. There's a minute 17 left in the fourth quarter. Dort for three. The putback. Not going to go that time. Celtics lead by 6. That's tipped. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. And another miss by Oklahoma City. Holiday with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Tatum. Hartenstein pulls it in.
He's trying to find his shot, but at some point you have to start making these.
Pass to Holmgren. Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
In this situation, you go all in for a steal off the inbounds pass. If they can't get one, they've got to foul and send them to the line.
An intentional foul.
Chet Holmgren, second personal foul.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
The line, Jason Tatum.
And the second of 2 is good. And that puts him up 5. Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
Keep on dancing.
Here's Dort. Pass to Williams. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by White. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Dort. The shot, no good. And so it's Boston with the W. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for...
La mano en la pared, fuera control y ese al revés. Que luz, baby, suéltate. Te están mirando, toca romper. Mami, I wanna make you mine. Sabes que estás very fine. En todos lados, very fine.
Yeah, yeah. Marshmallow. Ayo, Mauro. Callaway. It's baby Miko. Brr. You good?
This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Here's Sabonis. Here's DeRozan. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
DeRozan challenging the defense inside, gets the board and the bucket.
Pass to Vassell. 4-3. Here's Castle. He's guarded by Sabonis. 6 to shoot. Spurs need to get one up here. Here's Vassell. From outside, off the mark.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Sabonis with it. Guarded now by Biyombo. Pass to DeRozan. Here's Murray. Late clock here. The Kings need to get one up. Here's Sabonis. Rebound by San Antonio.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
And the Kings have held tough, but it seems like the West has gotten tougher, Grant.
Well, what's the saying? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. And the Kings have to find that next level.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
And on the fast break, Murray is a threat. We know he loves cutting through any opposition and getting himself a shot.
To the wing, right side. Right side, Paul. Outside, Barnes. Here's Castle. It's rebounded by Sabonis. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. Zach LaVine's name came up, and I asked how he plans to deal with him. And Coach said, quote, "What's scary about LaVine is how many ways that he can score. So there's no easy answer except for high-effort defense, and that's exactly what we're going to do." So the defense is trying to outwork LaVine tonight. We'll see how that goes. Guys?
Allie, thank you. And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. On offense, here is San Antonio, searching for their first points of the game. Paul with it. Kicks it out to Barnes. San Antonio again can't hit.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Levine. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
Yeah, but they can't relax. They got to keep building on this lead because it is not safe.
And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. Inside. And Sabonis slams it in.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
And they pick up 2.
In the paint, Paul always stays nimble. That allows him to make adjustments that needed to beat the D.
Here's Levine. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Biyombo. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Sacramento.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Biyombo. To the inside. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
More Vassell scores inside, the more it frees up his mid-range game. That is essential to his success.
Grant, compared to some of the flashier scorers, Devin Vassell has a more workmanlike approach.
Yeah, he can quietly drop a big game on you. He doesn't draw attention with stylish plays and big circuit shots. He just grinds it out by finding his looks.
Sochan outside. And the 3 off target. Sacramento leading by 11. Out to the right wing. Here's Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's DeRozan. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Pass to Castle. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Substitution on court.
On offense, here are the Kings. They're on a 19-4 run. Here's Levine. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Players with this type of athleticism and Zach LaVine, historically, they keep people watching on TV and they keep people in the crowd. Why? Because you never know what you're going to see from them.
Okay, RJ, we all know how luck comes into play in the NBA. The Spurs have had great lottery luck.
Yeah, winning the first pick 3 times, drafting David Robinson, Tim Duncan, and Victor Wembanyama. I don't know, but I would be really upset if I was all of those other teams to miss out on those big guys.
Ellis, good.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And we've got a timeout called by Greg Popovich. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. San Antonio with the ball, trailing by 19. Vassell outside. Here's Bassi to end the run. Pass to Wesley. On the wing, Vassell. 4 on the clock. No luck on that one. Valanciunas with it. Crowder outside. Drops in the 3.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Zach LaVine, he's been the guy.
26.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Kings here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
Well, it looks like hitting the boards hard was an emphasis of their attack. They knew how valuable it was to do so.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, there's a lot of room for growth for the Spurs, even with their rising star, Victor Wembanyama, who said, I know it's not going to be easy. It's going to take some time before we contend for a title. I'm ready for anything and ready to sacrifice. I'm patient, but I'm not wasting time. Brian, plenty of motivation.
Chasing greatness is what they're doing, Alex. And out of bounds, Sacramento will have it.
Substitution of
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
So both teams making some changes here. And LaVine throws it down.
What determination from LaVine, finding his finish despite the contact.
And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Barnes drives in. Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
While he's a bit undersized for a forward, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
I love whenever Johnson looks to really score inside. Certainly has the touch and the confidence to get it done in there. Check out LaVine getting artful at the rim, leaving the defense just completely clueless of how to stop it.
It's deflected. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. There's the 3. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Bassi. No made baskets yet. And he jams it home with authority.
Unselfish to the core. Johnson looking to make plays for others.
Sacramento in total control. You know, after playing as a starter most of his career, Keldon Johnson showed he can act as a 6th man if needed, Richard.
Not every player can make that switch mentally. Johnson brings the same energy as a starter as he does to the second unit. It's a great attitude on that young man.
Both teams will make substitutions. Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. And there's a whistle. That goes on Devin Vassell. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And it's the Kings with the ball. DeRozan outside. Here's Monk. Pass to Sabonis. Here's Ellis. DeRozan for 3. The shot off that time. Now here's Sohan. The kick out to Johnson. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Oh, look out. Here comes Keldon Johnson going up high and getting creative with the finish.
And Biyombo over to help. Sabonis outside. Back to Monk. From deep 3-point range. They get it again.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Vassell, right side. Pass to Biyombo. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. That'll belong to Domantas Sabonis. It's his first trip to the line. No good on that one. Richard, something you notice about these Kings, they shoot plenty of threes.
And that's the modern game for you, B.A. But Sacramento shoots especially freely, you are right. And those shots often connect, so I doubt that trend changes for them anytime soon.
Pass to Ellis. Takes it inside. It's stolen by Johnson. Paul with it. Now guarded by Monk. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. Malik Monk picks one up.
It's hard not to foul Chris Paul in that situation. He's just so crafty.
San Antonio shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. And he's good on the second. There's 1:54 left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Sabonis. Kicks it to DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Richard, throughout his career, DeMar DeRozan has such an easy time finding ways to score.
He knows how to get to his spots on the floor, B.A. You have to do your work early against DeRozan because he is a midi master. If you let him move freely, he will jay you to death.
DeMar DeRozan, an impressive scorer who takes relatively few three-point shots, Greg.
Yeah, the arc is not his primary focus. He'd rather pick you apart in the mid-range, but he does it so consistently that the points pile up quick.
Paul. Here's Biyombo. Comes up empty down low.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Outside Monk. And here is DeRozan. 7 points in the game. Here's Lyles. Sacramento again missing. "50 seconds left in the first half. Here's Paul. San Antonio again can't hit.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Outside Monk. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Pass to Biyombo. Sohan outside. Here's Champagnie. And Domantas Sabonis pulls it down. On the wing, DeRozan. And so it's the Sacramento.
In the tropic with the chocolate bunny. Next quick, see the block done built up. Tetris, yeah, I see the looking funny. Peasants, yeah, I know why they uncomfortable. My presence, and I pull up the convertible. Press this, and I need to know the measurements by the metric. Cause I'm about to fly like it's electric. Hit the floor. 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 Like that. Hit the floor. 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 Like that. Hit the floor. Yeah, what's up? What's happening? Dog, what's going on? Hit the floor. Yeah, we set it off. Yeah, let's set the tone. Hit the floor. Yeah, what's up? What's happening? Dog, what's going on? Hit the floor. Yeah, we set it off. Yeah, let's set the tone. Hit the floor. Hit the floor. I let the flow. We talking.
It's a road game for the Kings, and they're facing an interconference matchup in today's game. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. The tip-off goes to the Celtics. Tatum with it. Out guarded by Murray. Pass to White. Watch the screen. Left side, Tatum. Rebound by Murray.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Here's Tatum. And a missed layup.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Levine's shot is off. The Celtics on offense. Here's White. Here's Porzingis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Sometimes you do a little extra work. Something good comes your way. And Porzingis cleans up that offensive rebound.
Murray outside. DeMar DeRozan on the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Driving in. Porzingis with the block.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Pass to Murray. Out to DeRozan. Takes a three. Porzingis with the rebound. Tatum on the wing. And shot on the way. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Back to Monk. Taken away by Holiday. Inside. Here's Brown. And then Brown with the dunk.
Strong finish by Brown. He doesn't mess around that close to the rim.
So the Kings call timeout, their first. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with it.
Has to Porzingis. Pulls from the top of the key. Good on the jump shot.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now, here's Monk. To end the drought. Sabonis. Here's Holiday. Lays it up off the glass.
Such a smart offensive play right there. When Holiday sees that chance open up right there, he's all over.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Murray. Here's DeRozan. 4 on the clock. LaVine wide open. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists.
LaVine with that high arching shot from the corner.
Holiday looking over the floor. Tatum a screen. Here's White. No good from outside. The Kings trail by 3. Right side LaVine. Over White. LaVine's shot is off. Tatum down low. He has yet to score.
And the defense hates to see it. Tatum putting on a little bit of a show with that jam.
Monk outside. Murray outside. Off target from three-point range. Celtics leading by 5. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the 2 J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. 1:12 left in the first quarter. Outside, LaVine. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Good touch on the interior. LaVine really crafty at figuring out ways to create space down low.
Celtics leading by 3. Pass to Hauser. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
And LaVine, here we go. And LaVine with the slam.
Mercy, that was downright dirty. LaVine, yes, sir.
Boston shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Second team foul.
He misses the free throw.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Now here's Ellis. And he hits it to tie the game up.
3 points.
19 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Pritchard. Brown outside. Horford inside the line. And the wing jumper offline. Tie game in Boston. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
12. The Kings. 12.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Boston trailing. Here's Pritchard. Scoreless thus far. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Valanciunas. Here's Pritchard. Clock at 6. Boston needs to get off a shot.
And Crowder not giving up an inch on that shot attempt.
Good work defensively by Crowder. Ellis can't get it to go.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Here's Levine. And he goes big with the dunk right over Al Horford.
A way to seize the opportunity. Levine just smashing that one home.
To the right side. Hauser. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been a big part of their recent success.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for Sacramento?
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
On the free throw, no good. Between rebounding, interior scoring, and he shoots the three. Brett, there's a lot to like about Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah, Valanciunas has done a really good job of growing his game, Kevin, in today's game. I mean, the modern NBA to have shooting bigs. JV has stepped out and proves that he can hit shots from the top of the key, but it's still that grinding, tough, physical play that you want on a nightly basis, and he gives it to you.
Monk for three. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Tatum hammers it home.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. A baseline Jay. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Monk will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. And there's the foul. It's on Trey Lyles. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Substitution on the court.
Now here's Tatum. He has 6. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. The shot by Holiday, no good. The Kings leading. Here's Levine. Out to DeRozan. Front past the arc. And Boston with the rebound. And here is Tatum. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That's his first foul.
First team foul. King substitution. Jonas Valanciunas.
Here's Tatum. And he drives in. And it's all evened up. Tatum's got 6 here in this quarter.
And you get the sense Tatum is used to getting hit when he's penetrating inside. It almost seems as if he embraces those challenges.
And Levine, here we go. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night. And there's the foul. It's on Keegan Murray. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, number 42.
Here's White. Nothing on the board. The kick out to Holiday. Brown outside. 6 on the shot clock. And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
Here's Brown. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on DeRozan. Well, Brent, last season was disappointing for the Kings after being eliminated in the play-in.
Yeah, a little bit of regression. They did have some key injuries to some guys in the stretch of the season that was vital for them to make the playoff push. But I think it helped them realize just how fun the playoffs are and just how hard it is to get back there. And maybe in this offseason they come back a little bit more focused, knowing how loaded the Western Conference is.
Now here is Horford, following the miss by DeRozan. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. Good ball movement here by the Kings. DeRozan's shot is off.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
For the Kings, Ellis.
1:12 left now here in the second. And it's White with the rebound. The kick out to Holiday. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. DeRozan for 3. Ball's knocked loose. Porzingis with the rebound. And it's the Celtics ball. Pass to Horford. The baseline J. And that one goes long.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Clearly foul.
The Kings have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago. And hard not to get excited about Keegan Murray's potential. He can shoot the ball. He rebounds it. If this guy continues to grow his game, he could end up being a high-level impact player.
Here's Holiday. Misses off the left iron. Sacramento shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw, no good. He doesn't get the second one.
That's a strange trip because typically he's pretty much money from there.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Kings lead by 2. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Here's Levine. Monk outside. Unloads. Levine's shot is off.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game. The defense better tighten up on the mid-range. They're much, much tighter. You expect him to make every single one of those.
And it's Porzingis with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
Well, some people call Porzingis a unicorn. They're not wrong. His terrific stature and his shooting ability, that is a rare combination.
Got a piece of it. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. And it's sent back by Sabonis.
Sabonis has to use good timing in order to block shots. That time he did.
To the middle. Porzingis. That doesn't go in. And a chance, though, to take the lead. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
And here are the Kings now. Down low. Here's Crowder. Monk outside. Tries again. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Kings have come up with 3 misses and 5 attempts so far at the line. Good on the second free throw.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
Up top, Tatum. He's got 8. For the lead, the kick out to Holiday. It's stolen by Monk. And they're on the break. Lobs it up for Crowder. Murray outside. Second chance shot. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Holiday.
And this young guy is a handful to deal with. Murray is so skilled at drawing fouls.
No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. In 2023, and Brent, you and I remember this, Keegan Murray set an NBA record with 11 consecutive threes in 1 game.
What an unbelievable night to witness that kind of consistency and a guy locked in like that. I mean, that's different, and it speaks to Murray's focus, but this guy has so much more to contribute to a team and room to grow. That night was special, Kevin. Keegan Murray feels like that plug-and-play guy that every team in the league would love to have. A long athlete with a tremendous three-point shot. He is a prototypical wing.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one.
You got to respect the mind Brown has for the game. Both ends of the floor, he is so good at spotting the opening and taking advantage.
It's DeRozan with the drive. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Now here's Tatum. 8 points for him. Pass to Pritchard. Shot to stop the run. And it's Jason Tatum with a 3. Tatum's got 11.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
Now here's Fultz. Out to DeRozan. And the dunk by DeRozan.
The flush. DeMar getting up.
Here's Holiday. Monk grabs the board.